how to sit in a balanced, natural way without gripping with your legs or being stiff and just moving with your horse. And the first thing that I teach you all is what part of your body to sit on, because a lot of people sit on their crotch. So a lot of people think this is English riding, because a lot of English riders do that. They sit on their crotch and they hollow their back, which A, is not comfortable, and B, it's not functional, C, it can hurt, and D, it actually makes your horse hollow in the back. Then you look at Western riders, and usually they're all sitting back on their pockets with their legs stuck out like this, right? So that has become normal, right? Oh, that's Western. And this is English, right? Well, how about we find somewhere right in the middle that's like Western on the bottom and English on top. So what we're going to do is tuck our butt underneath our body. Just tuck it underneath you. And so you're sitting somewhere between your crotch and your tailbone, right? It's in that vicinity. And you can check if you're sitting on the right part of your body, because if you put your hand behind you, you should be able to rest your palm on your horse's butt. If you're sitting like this, you can't do it if you're on your crotch. And if you're riding like this, you can do your elbow, right? It's too much. So you just need to be able to put the flat of your hand here, and that checks you on your balance point. So you've got to learn how to tuck there. Then the next thing is not to ride stiff, because look, if I stop moving and I get stiff in my body, my horse stops. He goes, well, you stop. So maybe I should stop. So what we need to do in our body is what the horse is doing in his body. It's like dancing, right? So you've got to be in partnership with your horse, so that you can move your body. Like I'm going to walk right now, and if I want to trot, I would start trotting in my body, add a little bit of energy, and if you didn't trot, then I would just close my legs slightly. So, you start communicating more with your body, and less with your reins. So I only can use my reins if my horse doesn't follow my body's suggestions. It's still a little bit high, so I wasn't thinking about stopping, right? So then I'm going to reinforce with my reins, but I'm not going to make that the first part of my communication. I'm going to learn how to ride with the body. And when it comes to riding safely, the first thing you need to have is your butt underneath you, not sticking out the back. And the second thing is you need to have the stirrups the correct length, because if your stirrups are too long, then it makes it hard to ride really well. So I've asked them to actually make their stirrups a little bit long. And if you look closely, you'll see that their legs are moving a lot, and then their knees get quite straight. Charity's got such long legs, I think we could go another 7 holes and still look good. But they're actually a little bit long, and you'll find that when your stirrups are too long, that you get very unsteady and unstable, not just in your legs, but in your body. It was really interesting when I started trying to ride dressage again. I went against all the natural things that I'd been teaching and doing for the past 10 years, like the previous 10 years. And because in dressage, they try to get you to have a really long leg, right? So you end up putting your stirrups down the hole, and down the hole, down the hole. Pretty soon, your legs look really long, but your heels are up. And when your heels are up, you actually lose security in the seat. It pushes you up out of the saddle. And you usually have to make all kinds of counterbalance moves with your upper body. So my legs were looking really long like this, but my heels were up, and I could not keep my lower leg still. And Walter would keep, I'm going to say yelling, but Walter doesn't yell. You keep yelling at me, keep your legs nice, quiet. And I'm like, I can't keep them quiet. I could not keep my legs steady. Finally, I met this lady, Colleen Kelley, and you're going to meet her soon. She's a rider biomechanics expert. And she told me about this rule of your stirrups and how much it affects your whole body and your ability to ride. Showed me how to get the correct legs, which is what I used to ride in. And then she said, when you push your heels down, your toes up, as Pat said earlier, you will find that your leg now looks long, and the heel being the lowest part of your body makes you way more secure than if your heels are up. But push the weight into your left stirrup. Can't be me. Now, push some weight into your right stirrup. Oh my gosh. Could it be possible that we are making our horses crooked? your horse is drifting over to the left or the right, then put more weight on the other side. So watch, my horse is drifting to the left, that means I've got more weight in my left stirrup. If I want him to go straighter, then I'm going to even up the weight in my right stirrup. Okay? So this is how you're going to learn to evenly weight your stirrups. It also helps you get your heels nice and low and your legs really anchored and wrapped around your horse. Now a lot of people also, they push their heels down too far and stick their feet way out in front of them. Or they do the opposite and put their legs way behind, especially if they're by dressage. It becomes an art to stick your legs back as far as you can. Neither of them are functionally biomechanically useful positions. They don't allow you to use your body properly. So another trick that Colleen taught me was you need to be able to just see the tip of your toe below your knee. And then you've got the right position. As you get into higher collection, your toe might just disappear a little bit, but it should go out behind your body, because then your heels come up and everything falls apart. So, just let your feet drape naturally, just be able to spot the tip of your toe in front of your knee. And now your legs will be in a safe, biomechanically correct position for everyday riding. The first thing I learned from Colleen Kelley, and I couldn't wait to go home and try it, because it just blew my mind. I thought, it can't be that simple. She said, when you want to turn, you're going to focus where you want to go, which is what Pat teaches us to. And Pat and I say to turn with your eyes, your belly button, and your knees. And I also added turn with your shoulders, because that's where the steering is, and that's where the steering is in horses. But Colleen says something way more memorable. She says, turn with your hooters. So Jason, turn with your hooters. You guys have hooters up there. You're going to turn with your shoulders, your hooters, your belly button, all of the above. Put a little bit of weight into your inside stirrup. And you should find that your turn is even better. And now, if you want to make a sharp turn, turn really strong with your upper body and weight your outside stirrup. And that pushes the shoulders across. Isn't that amazing? Look at that. Why are we doing all this stuff with our reins when our horses can feel what happens in our bodies? And keep our horses facing straight ahead and put weight in the right stirrup. When I got home and did this, I wanted to kiss that Colleen Kelley. I have been pushing my horse around, not hard and strong, but pushing him nonetheless.
Look how cool this can be. I'm going to give you about 5 or 6 aids, and to these aids, the horses will eventually walk. And what I want you to watch is their tails. Did the tail sit down? So pick your favourite horse to watch. And have a look at the tail and see whether it sits down during this. Alright, here's the first aid. No more kicking. Here's the second aid. Raise your eyes a little bit. Just a little bit, don't overachieve. Here's the next aid. Raise your chin a little bit. Don't overachieve, just a little bit. Here's the next aid. Raise your chest a little bit. And here's the next aid. Keep your hands down. And if need be, you'd use the reins to hunt. But they didn't need be. They all stopped and they sat down as well.